Sorry, I just can't get out. That still looks really cool. But at the same time, it's still producing Adrena time, so why? Elevator to service lobby. There's the office. I want to double check I've not missed anything. Hello, what's this? Rain pipe. Ominous music. She has a lot of booze. Then again, it's not drunk, so maybe she's just been given it by the company and she's just never touched it. Either way, let's grab all the things before we grab the journal. Thing really feels off here. Watercolor painting. What? Okay, random watercolor painting. Sure. The journal. That's the computer. Can't get in there. Of course we can't. Manual save, I'm thinking. Okay. Oh, hello. I'll get in there. Prototype light pistol. The hell is a light pistol? Prototype light pistol. Spacer's choice. Surgeon straight. Okay. This was one of the first pistols ever produced by Spacer's Choice. Although this model boasts superb all-round performance, executives realized they could remove most of its components and cut production costs by 3/4. The initial engineer was fired and replaced by an accountant who proceeded to create the light pistol now known and loved throughout Halcyon. Yeah, okay. So this is the original pistol prototype. Cool. What did we just replace? Oh, we replaced Medal of Honor. We'll go with that. But did that have any extra benefits? Magazine size and line, light, special effect bleed. Special effect stagger. I'll stick with the stagger. Whether or not you're a soldier, you will always be an army of one with this rifle. Okay, fair enough. Ooh. That's everything. I'm not touching the journal because that's going to progress the story. I'm going to quick. No, actually. Save game. Manual save because we picked up the new gun. Terminal. So, messages. Incoming messages. Displaying incoming messages null. You have cleared your messages. Congratulations. An automated message has been sent to your supervisor notifying them of your idleness. New tasks will be dispatched to you momentarily. Remember, idle time demands a fine. Okay. Outgoing messages. Oh, hello. Oh, wow. These are folders. Oh, God and Barrett. I'm wondering if these are all emails that we've read. Production cycle. You think you can hide from me, you little twerp? I know a serum that will make you feel as if you've lived 1,000 years in just 8 hours. How would you like to spend the night in waste processing? Okay, I'm guessing these are all the emails we've read before, but I'll reread them just in case. The schedule production schedule. The schedule you sent me must be a template or the work of an intern because it's potentially insane. Oh, right, never mind. Okay. The schedule you sent me must be a template or the work of an intern because it is patently insane. We're nowhere near hitting Lucian's proposed milestones. Branding hopes and wishes won't branding's hopes and wishes won't magically change that, no matter what the corporate office says. My compound is months from viable, Lawrence. It kills people. If you'd like proof, you're welcome to try it yourself. I'll even show you where to stick it. I expect to see a revised schedule before the week is out. Here's Ollie. Subject, production schedule. I've seen the brand managers sniffing around, Lawrence. I know your department is gearing up for a big announcement, and mine is the only project on this fluffing asteroid. Send me your intended production and release schedule immediately. Oh no, that's the wrong one. There we go. Radio documentary participation. Lawrence, this is a waste of my time. The last thing my team needs is a fleet of gadflies descending on the labs and asking stupid questions. We're months behind as it is. However, because Lucian demanded it, I will consider the program's request if the following conditions are met. Lucian guarantees me the right to review and approve the recordings. The journalists are confined to Gorgon for the duration of the project. It could be years. Make sure they understand that. If you leak the details of our work to the press, I will put a hit on them myself. I know people, Lawrence. The journalists bunk in shipping and receiving. We can't have them fraternizing with the project staff outside of their scheduled interviews. These people are our enemies, not our friends. No one will be coming down with an acute case of friendship on my watch. My team will not be held responsible for the inevitable delays this tomfoolery will cause. The only individual who will be working overtime on this is you. Understood? To Toxie-free rebranding. Change the bluffing name, Lawrence. I don't care if the inbred simpletons at headquarters were just having a laugh. Customers don't know what it means. You may choose from the list of acceptable alternatives. Absorbitol, Kelatamax, Bidatron, Emtycin. Here's Ollie. I don't get that joke. If there's even a joke there. Okay, return to messages. Outgoing messages sent to Black Lady's M. Okay, I think these are all, yeah. So, condolences, etc. Marion, cancel all the letters. If they've been hand-delivered, send someone to retrieve them. Secretary trumps sentiment. Oh, secrecy trumps sentiment. Don't ever let me do anything so indulgent again. Ollie. From Ambrose O to Black Sea M, condolences, etc. Marion, personalise and forward the following note to the families of the deceased volunteers. Take carbon copies and send those to Lucian at the usual address. Make certain he gets every single one. Ollie. Dear Name, it is with regret that I write to inform you of the death of your relation, Name. They died peacefully, attended by their fellows. Please accept our sympathies in this difficult time, though it may offer little comfort, know that your relation died in service of a better, more productive Halcyon. In accordance with the agreement Name signed, with Tartarus Corrections, a division of United Defense Logistics, their term of incarceration is now considered complete. Sincerely, Dr. Olivia Ambrose, Project Director, Spacer's Choice Pharmaceuticals Research Department. Oh, Research and Development, even. Okay, 3. Marion, I see now why you held back your report. Strangulation, attempted disemboweling, blunt force trauma to the head with a bedpan. It's not just that volunteer deaths are up, but that the ways in which they are dying are appalling. This is unconscionable and unimaginative disaster. Cease administration of the compound immediately. I'll take this to our liaison, Lucian. Surely, when I show him these results, he'll understand that we can't take this product to market as it currently stands. Okay, there we go. Frequency testing update. Marion, it's been 3 weeks. Where the fluff are those reports from HIA? Deliver them to me by the end of the day, or deliver me your letter of resignation. I'm done asking. In the future, you will send me bi-weekly reports to HIA's status. These reports will include an inventory of test subjects, which version of the Gorgon compound they have been administered, how frequently these administrations have occurred, and who has been administrating them. To these reports, you will append a morality record. This record will include an accounting of the burn down rate of our current stock of volunteers and compound ampulages. In addition to a thorough analysis of their injuries. I want to see charts, Mary. Big fluffing charts with lots of precious little numbers. And before you ask, bi-weekly means twice a week. Don't pretend you don't know what I mean. Oh, 5. Okay, outgoing messages to low J. Oh, just one, that's alright. AT concerns. Jasper, I dug into the volunteer data Marion sent over. You were right. The current formulation is resulting in alarming outcomes, even by SC standards. Ryantha and I performed a handful of autopsies on the weeks deceased and made a few notable observations. In one case, that of a young man in his early 20s, we noticed a degree of grey matter loss, one would expect to see in a man of his 70s. His brain has also atrophied to a shocking extent, again as one might expect in a much older man. In another case, that of a woman in middle age, the subject was no longer able to achieve natural sleep. Even after 11 consecutive days of wakefulness, she was no longer able to distinguish her violent hallucinations from reality. Yet, even as she spiraled, she demanded additional injections. I was sure our last tweak would reduce the incidence of violence among the volunteer population. We might attempt to further refine the compound through partitioning, though I'm doubtful this will be efficacious. Violence aside, I'm growing increasingly concerned by the habit-forming nature of the compound. What do you think? You know what, I know we've read all these throughout the playthrough so far, but seeing them all again, when we've reached this sort of end point, and rereading them with what we know, this was monstrous. But at the same time, Dr. Ambrose, it sounds like she's trying to do the right thing. It sounds like she's not falling to the company line, but she's trying to fix it. I wonder if we're going to find out. No, maybe? Maybe the journal hasn't a vaccine in it? Well, grey matter destruction, so I don't suppose it'd be a vaccine to cure marauderism, but maybe something to break the habit forming of adrenotime, so some people in the early stages a person can get better? Or maybe I'm looking too deeply into this. Was there only one message sent? Yeah, only one message. Okay. Outgoing messages sent to other. Okay. Gorgon to Gorgon managers. Sees all recordings high priority. Subject sees all high recordings. Bring them to me immediately. And for fluff's sake, don't let the journalists off the fluffing asteroid. Dr. Olivia Ambrose. Excuse me. To Chem Labs. Updated security practice. High priority. Pursuant to last week's incident, new security policies are now in effect. All lab personnel must tidy their workstations at the end of their shift, close all locked up drawers, Close and lock up all drawers, safes, closets, vents, and lab doors before leaving for the day. All visitors must be accompanied. Furthermore, any laboratory tech accompanying a guest who has not received certification in either self-defense or hand-to-hand combat must also be accompanied by a member of the security team. All confidential information must remain as such. Do not discuss the nature of your work outside or inside the lab, except to warn peers of imminent danger such as fire, chemical spill, or suspected corporate espionage. All laboratory techs are to isolate themselves until further notice. Any laboratory tech found fraternizing in groups of 2 or more, or found speaking with the same person more than once, will be remanded to Spacer's Choice Human Resource Re-Education and Reallocation Department. Finally, unless you are actually physically sitting in an interview session pre-approved by me, do not speak to the fluffing journalists. Dr. Olivia Ambrose, Project Director, Spacer's Choice. Okay. To Gorgon's staff. Effective immediately, Hubert St. Germain is no longer an employee with Spacer's Choice PR&D division. His body has been forwarded to the chemical waste dump for processing. Mr. St. Germain was a saboteur sent by a rival firm to disrupt our vital efforts. It's only thanks to the swift reporting of one of your esteemed colleagues that Mr. St. Germain was prevented from causing any significant damage to our facilities, intellectual property, or staff. I understand that Mr. St. Germain was popular around the Gorgon campus for his genial and helpful demeanour. That is because he was a spy. If you encounter any similarly friendly staff, alert a member of the security team immediately. We are shifting all of Mr. St. Germain's remaining tasks to other laboratory technicians. Finally, anyone caught visiting his grave or discussing his departure will be remanded to Spacer's Choice Human Resource Re-Education and Reallocation Department. Dr. Olivia Ambrose. Final one, to Chem Lab. Monthly physicals, high priority. The materials we work with are dangerous and will result in permanent injury, disfigurement, or madness when handled for extended periods. Therefore, all laboratory personnel will now report to the project physician, Dr. Priantha LeBlanc, for monthly physicals and psychiatric evaluations. I do this out of an abundance of caution. Schedule your first appointment immediately and notify me when you do. I have access to your medical records, so I will know when you shirk. Do not make me drag you to his office myself. And you know what? As we go through these emails, the later one, they all start off as sort of this cold-hearted person. I mean, we read all her journals and bits and pieces when we visited the mansion. But as we go through, it sounds like whatever was going on here has softened her, and she's realized what monstrous things are going on, and it's changed her. It's like I'm seeing a character's journey through reading logs. It's brilliant. I really like that. Anyway, hold on, just quickly need to check thing. I want to see how. Uh-oh, that didn't work. Why didn't that work? Oh, there we go. Ah, no! Wait, do you... that? Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's running stable then. A few drops, but nothing particularly serious. Back to that. Back. Hey, fine. Sorry, just checking that. Okay, so back to messages. Deleted messages. Ah, that's... oh, for the love of Pete's sake, really? Okay, from Goodfellow L. If you're receiving this message, I'm currently unavailable. In my absence, I have instructed my secretary, Hubert Harrell, to reply to any incoming messages with this pre-approved response. Vicariously, Lawrence. Okay, production schedule. Dr. Ambrose, great timing. I was just sending Herbie over to your department with a preliminary production schedule. As with so much of the work we do at the OCI, the design of a production schedule is more of an art than a science. The timetables and milestones are less contractual obligation and more aspirational cartography. Respectfully, Lawrence. Okay. Gorgon managers, radio documentary participant. Approved. Next time, allow me to make this kind of announcement myself. Mr. Mosley, hierarchy exists for a reason. From Mosley C to Goodfellow L. Mr. Lawrence Goodfellow, many of you may be familiar with the Odeon Pictures, Byzantine's premier purveyor of Aether-wave drama and drama-adjacent entertainment. Several of my personal associates at Odeon Pictures have launched a satellite studio called Pictureless Pictures, which emphasizes radio programs and serials intended to excite the senses and palpitate the glands. I have received a report to approve a radio documentary program examining the lives and contributions of Space's choice scientists operating on Gorgon. The name of this documentary is Moments with Genius. I do not approve of the superfluous exclamation point, but I approve of the general idea. Please inform the other managers. Lawfully, Mr. Clarence Mosley. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. 4 messages received from Blackley's M. Oh. Wait a minute. No. That. Blackley's. Displaying all outgoing messages. Null, this terminal has received a message from... Oh, has not received a message from Blackley's M in 2,447 days. That makes sense, because I don't think she actually ever replied to anything Ambrose sent. Somebody mentioned that to me, or maybe we read on a terminal. Who knows? Anyway, so that's interesting. From Low J. There we go. AT concerns. Dr. Ambrose, what do you think? These days I try to think as little as possible. Thinking is a dreadful habit, which leads to self-awareness, which leads to resignation. It's true that the current formulation is resulting in alarming outcomes, but not, I think, by SC standards. SC's standards are low. You report 11 consecutive days of wakefulness, and SC sees 11 consecutive days of productivity. You report an inability to distinguish violent hallucinations from reality. SC is going to try and push us to turn those hallucinations into phantom images of company logos. You say the compound is habit forming, and SC is going to see an increase in demand for our never-ending supply of xenocyte waste. To be serious, yes, the compound is absurdly habit forming. Addiction correlates with dosage. The dosage size is inversely proportional to the enrichment quality. Long as corporate asks us to keep our dosage minimal and controlled, there's a reasonable chance we can improve the enrichment process to filter out some of the dangerous side effects. That's going to take time, a lot more time than corporate realizes. Jasper. Yep, okay, that's all of them. That's all of the heads done. Oh, return to messages. Deleted messages, yep. Return to... Oh, bugger. That's not what I wanted to do. Messages. Okay, yeah, no, that is everything. So return to root, admin functionality. There is no administrative functions available at this time. Oh. Okay, sure. Right, quick save. Actually, no. Hard save. We're hard saving a lot here because I think there's something coming. Something big and something nasty and something that's going to kill us many, 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 many times. You ready, girls? Okay.
That's enough. Gorgon is mine. Go now, and I will not pursue you. But if you stay, I will sick every last lawless fucking mercenary and Halcyon on you. It's your choice, Captain.
We're not gonna let this brat fuck tell us what to do, are we, Captain?
Oh, Evans, no.
Starting to hope I get to meet this jerk, just so I can give him a good kick in the shins.
Main functions. Alert, strike, panic, lockdown, engaged. Please shelter in place while the workforce is pacified. Basis Choice apologizes for any emotional disturbance or physical discomfort this traitorous employee's actions may have caused you. Executive councillors will be on site during the next staffing cycle to help you work through any residual grief or trauma you may be suffering. Enjoy a Spacer's Choice 0G brew while you wait, at no charge to your C-suite liquor stipend, whatever. Can't do anything with that, can I? Okay, fine, exit. Right, well, they've locked the door. Okay, sure, well, we will just, you know, go through this tiny hole here. This explains why there's this open
Captain,
vent.
There's a vent in the corner. Could be our way out.
It is our way out. We're going out this way. Okay, so where are the marauders? Not had any marauders. I was expecting marauders. Anything changed in here now that we have the journal? Nope. Oh. Okay. Speak to Minnie with your prize safely in hand. Talk to Minnie Ambrose and receive your reward. Codex, that's logs. Watercolor painting. Oh. A rather terrible watercolor painting of a teacup candid. Back assigned Minnie Ambrose. Okay. That makes sense. I wonder if that's going to play a pivotal role at some point then. Right, nothing else here. So, yeah, sure. Well, they did say get off the place, so... Oh, key items. It'll be in key items, won't it? A journal containing the scientific discoveries and private thoughts of Dr. Olivia Ambrose. Worthless without context, but priceless to those who know its value. Anything of interest on it? No, not really. Not even anything on the spine. Going down. Ah, there's the exit. And that was the door we couldn't get in before, but we knew that because it said right there to Adrena Time Synthesizer. So, yeah, sure. Okay, so everything is now dead, including poor Pam. Maybe I could have saved her. Maybe not. I don't know. I think that was probably a scripted thing. And there we go. So, we have survived. And there we go, we've got our journal. So now we go and hand it to Minnie and see what happens from there. Got it? Map. There we go. I don't think there's anything else for us to explore, as though we've been in every building apart from that one. We still can't get into that door, and that still annoys me. Deeply, deeply, deeply annoys me. But I'm guessing that's going to be a story thing. Maybe? You know what? We're going to give it a try anyway. So, we've got some candidates to get rid of. They just sort of stand there growling, don't they? I have no idea what they're doing. Candid Sparkler. I'm guessing that they are literally just Adrena Time jacked up Candids. Up here. Round this way. Oh, no. There we go. Oh no, hold on. Oh, dingus. No, it isn't. That's the telescope when we can see it from the top, but we can't get to it because there's an invisible wall. We have to go down and around. One of these days I'll try and get to this place and I won't fall for that. Yeah, we have to follow this road, which then takes us to that door. There's the tower. Also, the skybox in this. Look at this skybox. Just take a moment to appreciate the absolute beauty of the skybox here. Space. Just galaxies and stars and... ah, so beautiful. So beautiful. Have I said I love this game yet? I might have mentioned it in passing a few times, but yeah, I definitely love this game. Bard. Oh, okay, yeah. So we still can't get in there. Llama. Anyway, right, let us go back to the unreliable. Yeah, that's it. Unreliable interior. Back to the ship, back to the mansion. Go and talk to Minnie. I don't know, something is still off about this.